Hey, Chef Steve in the Americraft Kitchen. Got a couple of vegetables I want to talk to you about today. We've got some potatoes cooking here in our 1 quart. Now, this is the best potatoes you're ever going to have in your entire life. You chop up some potatoes and you want to put them on a wet paper towel on the bottom. What the wet paper towel does is it absorbs the starches from the potatoes so they don't stick. Now, let's just say you're cooking at home, the husband comes home and did what I just did. I popped that lid. We've lost the heat that we've had, the 360 heat that we've had. All you got to do now is just bring it back up to temperature. When you bring it up to temperature, watch the vapor come out, turn it back down to low again. We're also doing some cabbage as well. Just take the cabbage, rinse it off, pour the water back out, put the lid back on, and let it go on medium heat. Now today I want to show you how to do corn on the cob without any water. Now, I got to tell you first about corn on the cob. Now, a lot of people like to put their corn on the cob in boiling water, and that water kind of turns a milky white. That's the sugars that are coming out of your corn. That's why we add salt and butter to make it taste good again. Now, when you cook in the Americraft cookware and you don't use any water, all the sugars remain in the kernels, so you don't need that salt or butter. Now, for those of you who are health conscious or the doctor's telling you to watch that salt intake, this is a great way to do it. Now, I've got 15 ears of corn here. Now, to normally cook 15 ears of corn, you need what? A pot about the size of a hot tub. Well, at Americraft, we're going to do all 15 ears right here in our 3-quart. Amazing, you say? It can be done. Now, when you don't use any water, it gives you a lot more volume to work with. Now, we're also going to be using our double boiler. The double boiler is good if you want to melt chocolate or do fondues, things like that. But also what it can be used for, if you turn it around, you have a 6-quart Dutch oven. So here's how we're going to do the corn. Now we're going to start, since corn has a lot of natural sugars in it, we do want to put a barrier between the corn and the metals. So we're going to take some of the leaves from the shucks and put it right there on the bottom of the pan. That's just going to give us a little bit of a separation. Now if you don't have the shucks, you can also use a wet paper towel, like we did with the potatoes over here. But I kind of like the shucks because it just keeps that corn flavor going. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this corn, and we're going to place it around the bottom of the pan. Now remember, we got 15 ears that we're going to fit inside this 3-quart. So we're going to get all of our corn in here. I just wish I had 15 hands. And number 15. Now, corn does dehydrate as it sits, so we're just going to add a little bit of moisture to help it along here. Doesn't really need that much, just a little bit for the dehydration. Now we're going to take our double boiler dome cover, Americraft cookware, very versatile cookware. We're going to turn it around. Now make that a dome cover, and we're going to turn this on to medium heat. Again, medium to low is all you need to know, and we're going to wait until we see some vapor coming out of the side, and then we'll turn it down to low and let it go for about another 5 minutes. Perfect corn on the cob. All right, let's check out our vegetables. Let's start with our potatoes. Beautifully done. Look how nicely they just flake right off of there. Completely cooked, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. When you cook with Americraft, you get the finest results there are. Oh, I got to show you something a little interesting. Something we call the cover caddy. All you got to do is just put it right on top of that cover. Now, how many times you're looking for a place to put your cover? Cover caddy. Just lay it right down on any flat surface. Holds onto it for you. You don't burn yourself. Pick it right back up, flip it around, and it's right back on your pan. Cover caddy, Americraft. Now, our cabbage. Let's take a look at the cabbage. Absolutely beautifully made. Nice, look, it just falls apart. You know how cabbage, normally times you can smell it 2 blocks away. Can't smell it in the Americraft because when that lid is on, it does seal everything around. Now, how about our corn? Remember, 15 ears of corn, no water. Let's take a look. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at all the moisture that's in the pan. Plenty of moisture in the vegetables. Don't need to add more. Chef Steve, happy to visit you in your kitchen. See you soon.